What is the worst minor injury? Splitting your lip from smiling because of wind, or splits open every time you move your mouth. Finally, a valid reason not to smile or talk to people. Happy crying face. When you peel the skin of the side of your finger a bit too much. Fuck, this shit can just fuck right off. I hate it so much. When you bite the side of your cheek and so it hurts to eat for like 3 days. And because it's a little swollen, you bite it another 2 or 3 times over those days. When your asshole gets raw from diarrhea. I believe that's called ring sting. Because I've been up all night with 1. Ear infections. Edit. Thank you all for your kind and sympathetic comments. It means a lot, especially since my parents always brush me off. Ear pain is a legitimate phobia for me, and every time it happens I can't handle it. Cool to see I'm not overreacting. Much. Burns on your tongue, or the roof of your mouth just behind your teeth when you get too excited for hot pizza. A slightly tweaked muscle under your shoulder blade. It does nothing except make nearly every movement hurt, especially turning your head. This has become a semi-regular experience for me. WTF muscles. What did I do to you? Something that helps me and I find to get a bit of relief from is rolling around on a tennis ball. Stick a tennis ball under your shoulder. Move around a bit. It'll likely be painful, but boy does it help release some of the muscles. As a child, having your scooter smack into your ankle. That shit burns. Eating a chip and it stabbing you in the throat. Or when it stabs you in your gums between 2 teeth and you can't get it out. The worst. Splinter under fingernail. No one talks about this. It is super scary and painful. I once got it since I scratched my nail on a wood platform. Dude, it was long thin wood stripe. I got it out and waited a month till it completely disappeared. It stung a lot. Obviously a lot of people here have never experienced the mind-numbing pain spasm experienced when standing on an upturned UK plug. It's the adult version of stepping on a piece of Lego. Yes, adult version. Underscore subtly hides collection of Lego sets. Underscore ankle sprain. No matter how it heals, it will always be weaker and more prone to damage. Edit. Thank you for the silver, my dude. Also, people will be like, why are you limping? It's just a sprain. Quote. Oh god, that just reminded me of when I broke my ankle back when I was a kid. I was exercising at the gym at the time. I was hopping up and down on and off a small block just as part of a routine. When suddenly some random kid just runs up and kicks it out from under me when I was about to land on it. It caused a fib fracture. A complete snap. I'm just lying down on the floor. And some instructor walks up to me and says, asterisk, it's just a sprain. Stop making such a big deal out of it, asterisk. I did end up going to the hospital after my family arrived though. Paper cut. Under the fingernail. On the cock. You have a fingernail on your cock? I thought I was the only one. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Irritated taste bud. So tiny, so annoying. I've gotten a handful of those in my life. Right on the tip of my tongue, and they hurt so much. Always for an entire week. No less. Eating hurts. Talking hurts. Being awake and having my tongue doing nothing hurts. When you hit your toe on the table leg. Or, if you're a short girl, when your lady part hits the edge of the table. I often hit one of my hips on tables or recently a bed frame. That shit hit you to the core. Greater than if you're a short girl. When your lady part hits the edge of the table. For some reason this sounds hilarious. Then I remember I've banged my dick against doorknobs and shelf edges as well. It's not fun. A broken pinky toe because you accidentally kicked a door frame in the middle of the night. In the dark. I broke my big toe while playing football. Soccer. Because I accidentally kicked my friend instead of the ball. This shit hurting. When you bite your nails and accidentally pull off more than you expected, exposing the sensitive skin underneath. Having your nail bent backwards. I hate that. It's freaky when it stays sticking up and you have to flip it back down again. Arg. Pooping a turd that has a sharp peanut in it. Or hot peppers. When you're shaving private bits and you nick yourself right in the crease of your leg where the hem of your undies go. That shit itches so bad, but you can't just scratch your crotch in public or explain that it's not your crotch that's itchy. It's the area mere centimeters from your crotch. Sunburns. For sure. Toothache. It's not life-threatening, but the pain is constant and inescapable. It actually can be life-threatening if left long enough. The infection can go into the bone and/or blood, where you hit your elbow on some kind of edge and your whole arm begins to hurt. I don't know if it has a specific name. It's called the funny bone, but it's really the ulnar nerve, I think. But it's not funny, so that's a dumb name. Maybe because it's next to the humerus? Dad, stop. You're embarrassing me. Choking on your own saliva. Edit. Thanks for the award. Less than 3. Yup. Nope. This guy wins. Just sitting there, doing whatever. All of a sudden you start choking for no goddamn reason because apparently you forgot how to exist. For a moment, stubbing your toe, and partially tearing off a nail. Not really an injury, but having your stomach blowed up with air doesn't feel very pleasant. When you're at work and can't fart, so you get all uncomfortable and bloated. Then you finish and don't need to fart and you feel like an inflated Oompa Loompa for the next few hours. A pimple in your ear or nostril. Also above the upper lip, where you have the mustache. 'Cause it's too sensitive and having to squeeze a pimple there will make my eyes water. Bang your shin on something. Trailer hitch on shin contact can dissolve my world in a second's notice. I'll be laying on the concrete going in and out of the shadow realm for 10 minutes. Almost anything involving your teeth. When you keep accidentally biting your tongue or inside of your cheek. Stubbing my toe. Holy fuck, knuckles, just amputate the leg, it hurts. Okay, never mind. The pain's fading now. Getting your skin forcibly removed by some asphalt. Meat crayon, oh. Pickaxe through the toe. Oh, minor, not minor. Personally throwing your back out. Only last a day or so, but holy fuck is that debilitating. Acid reflux in the throat, and it feels like Nazis running around your esophagus with a flamethrower. I injured my wrist just enough for it to hurt for years afterwards. But not enough for it to require a brace or any type of healing devices. So I still have wrist problems, just minor enough for it to bother me every day. Mouth ulcer. Yes, are these the same as canker sores? I had these so many times when I had braces as a kid. Yes, they're the same. I had them so often growing up cause for some reason my favorite flavor was pain. Hangnail. A hangnail that gets infected is so awful. The pressure is so painful, sad face. Cutting the pad of my finger and needing stitches. Lots of nerve endings there. 8 months later and I've still got nerve damage causing hypersensitivity and can't use the finger properly as everything feels so awful. Is that minor? 'Cause I don't think so. I think so. Wasn't going to kill me. It's only 2 centimeters long. Just painful and annoying. For us guys, a tap or slight twist of your nuts or end nutsack. That mini heart attack. When you feel any skin in your groin area get nipped by the zipper. Not sure if, or what is the female equivalent to this. I've zipped my labia before. I'm not going to explain how it happened, because I'm still confused myself. But my husband could definitely relate. I also shut a titty in a car door when trying to squeeze out in tight parking. The titty squish. Oh god, the titty squish. The worst is lying down on your side and your partner or child smashes one with their elbow. Foot cramp during sex. What's up with that? Fua. I get a cramp in the arch that goes all the way to the middle toe. It holds like that for 20 minutes. I try to stay hydrated to avoid this. Burning the top of your mouth because your fat ass was too impatient to wait for the pizza to cool off, so now molten cheese is burning you. Edit. You'd think everyone agreeing with me would make me cringe remembering the pain. Instead I'm hungry for pizza. I never learn. When you hurt your tailbone, everything you do makes it hurt more. Cough, pain. Sneeze, pain. Walk, pain. Run, pain. Sit, pain. Stand up, pain. Lie down, pain. Fart, pain. Exist, pain. Hotel, Travago, Trinidad, Tobago. Accidentally biting the tongue while chewing gum, monsieur. Reading this thread. When your toddler gets you with those tiny razors on their fingers. I have stepped into sea urchins 3 times. When I was younger, I can still feel the pain when I think about that. When you hit your coccyx. What would be your tailbone? Shit hurt so bad I couldn't get up for an hour. Getting your ass cheeks pinched between 2 seats. Sleeping on the pillow wrong and waking up with that constant ache of a sore neck back existence that nothing can ever soothe. Banjo string snapping. Many stringed instruments. Knew a cellist in high school whose string broke and sliced her face. I have had strings snap on my violin in the middle of a concert. Nostril pimple. Sitting on a Lego. IDK man, it may just be I'm too THICC to feel them, but the only time these hurt is if I step on them. Sitting. 1st degree burns. Hurt like hell, and sometimes it'll happen again and again if you don't keep it underwater. I would think it would be the injuries which result in the miner's death. A Charlie horse in your leg during orgasm, monsieur. You push your partner off of you while yelling and punching your leg. They start to question why they had sex with you. Because you look insane. You start to question ever having sex again if it causes a Charlie horse. No winners in this room, monsieur. Also, get some magnesium tablets. And make sure you have potassium in your diet. I used to eat bananas all the time. But that didn't clear it up until I took the magnesium as well. When you hit your elbow weird. A cramp in your foot or calf. Calf cramp woke me up the other night. The next day, my calf felt like it had a bruise where the cramp had been. Fuck. Thinking about these makes my brain feel them, so I need to stop reading because I get electrical signals sent down to mimic paper cuts, and splinters, and Legos, and so on, and I am so uncomfy. The skin under your fingernail does now have the ability to restrain itself from growing. I drilled into my fingernail and just barely broke through the flesh underneath. Obviously it hurt, but I was not prepared for the fact that the skin underneath grew out of the hole in my fingernail. I now have a large mushroom-esque protrusion out of my thumb. It's maybe 1/4 of an inch tall. It hurts like a bitch whenever it gets touched. But it's a cool sorry, so I guess you win some and you lose some. Well, that's fucking horrific, thanks. I'ma need that picture. Try putting witch hazel on it with a cotton swab thingy. Q-tip. I did it for when a piercing hole did the same thing and it went down like a charm. Fucking paper cut and webbing of fingers or toes. A grazing shot to the beanbag. Or accidentally shoving something under your fingernails. I see why they jam bamboo in your fingers for torture. Never hauling hay again if I can help it, and for damn sure not without gloves. Oof. Paper cut. Okay. Twisted ankle. Catching a fingertip in a closing door that bounces back open. Carpet burn. Plantar fasciitis. Bruising your tailbone. Sleeping wrong so your neck is sore the entire day. I hate this thread, thanks. One that happens to my wife. We must have the same wife, my dude. Who cloned my wife? You guys are getting laid. They only said they have wives. Doesn't really mean anything. When you bite your tongue mid-snack or before food and then it ruins the food cause it hurts. Every time you eat. When you get like a little pimple on your tongue, IDK how that's called, but fuck that shit. Ah, the old inflamed taste bud. Whenever I get those I make them 100% worse by biting the shit out of them, monsieur. They don't pop. And they're sturdy bastards who won't go anywhere. When you cut your fingernails too short. Jamming your finger on a basketball. Having my foot be sliced by half of a shell. My dumb brain read that as having my foot be sliced in half by steel, and I was like, that's _minor_you? Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.